right, today we're going to take a look at how to make a tote bag using Cricut Design Space. So you can see on my screen I've got the original items that we're going to actually be cutting. We've got this cute little cupcake and then 3 different fonts that we'll be using for our phrase. So I'm going to start by going over to another Cricut Design tab that I have open. I've got an untitled project, so it's just a brand new project. And the first thing I'm going to do is click on Add Text. And I'll type in my first font, which is a cupcake. First part of my phrase here. Okay, and currently this is not the font that I want, so I'm going to come over here to my Edit option, and it defaults, mine does anyway, to Cricut Alphabet. This is the list of fonts that we have available out here. If you have the subscription, you have quite a few fonts. I'm going to scroll down, or actually scroll up to Country Life. I'd like to use Country Life, and they're in alphabetical order. So keep going here. Here's Country Life. That's going to be my cupcake font, and the Cricut Design Space defaults to like a 72 point. I'd like this to be 100, so I'm going to double click that 72, key in 100, and just press enter. And that's going to make my cupcake the size and the font style that I want. So if we look at our original design, it matches. All right, the next thing we're going to do is add in our next font, which is Happiness With. So I'm going to click on Add Text. I'm going to type in Is Happiness With. Always making sure to spell things correctly because you don't want to waste vinyl if you misspelled something. Is Happiness With, I'd like to have as the everyday fonts, Best of Times. So I'm going to come back over here to my font, and I'm going to scroll down until I find the everyday fonts. These fonts are really cute, and we're going to go to the everyday font, Best of Times. I'm going to click on that one. It's going to take my Is Happiness With to the other font, and this I'm going to leave at 72 point. But if we look at the original design, the width is centered with the Is Happiness. So I'm going to come back to my design canvas here. I'm going to double click on Is Happiness With. I'm going to come up here and put width on the second line. And then in order to center it, I'm going to use my align features here. So again, under the Edit tab, I'm going to click on Center Align or Align Center. And that's going to make the width in line with my Is Happiness. So again, it looks like my original design. Last but not least, icing on top. So one more time, I'm going to add text, and I'm going to key in icing on top, exclamation point. And it's currently using the everyday font, but I'm going to go ahead and use Paper Lace 2. So I'm coming back to my Edit tab. I'm going to scroll through my fonts to find Paper Lace. There's a Paper Lace 1 and a Paper Lace 2. Both very nice fonts. I'm going to click on Paper Lace 2. And icing on top, I'd like 100 point as well. So I'm going to double click that 72, key in 100, and press enter. And now my icing on top is the right size and the right font. So if we look at our original design, the only thing we have left to do is to add in that cupcake. So I'm going to come back to my canvas. I'm going to click on Insert Images. And I have the Cricut subscription, so I have access to quite a few images. I'm going to key in cupcake here. And you can press enter or click the search icon. You can see that there's quite a few options out here for cupcakes, cupcake liners, things to put in cupcakes, cupcake printers, lots of cute little things, but we're looking for one specific cupcake. It's a little bit down here. There it is. This is the one I want. Once you click an image, you'll see that image down here at the bottom. All you're going to do is click the green button to insert the image. And now I'm going to put it into place, but this also is an image, has an edit feature, and that feature is what size do you want it. It comes in at this width and this height. I'd like to make it just a little bit bigger. So I'm going to double click on it and key in 281, 2.81, and press enter. And because I have the lock on, my width and my height automatically adjust together. All right, so I've got my cupcake, I've got my letters. One thing left to do, if you look at the original image, we have a black cupcake liner, and in our new image we have a green one. When I'm cutting with vinyl, I want this green to match exactly with this black so that I can cut it out of the same vinyl piece that I put on my mat. In order to do that, I think the easiest way for me to do it is to go to Sync. Sync is going to show you the different options that you have out here to actually cut. So if I was leaving this green, I'd have a green mat, I'd have a pink mat, and I'd have a black mat. If I want this green to be the same color as the black, the easiest way to do it is just to click and drag it and drop it right with the letters. So now my cupcake liner is the same color as my images here, as my fonts, so that when I go to cut them using the mat, I just have one black mat and one pink mat. And that's what we'll do next.